Welcome back everyone to Mario's Gaming World. I hope you guys had a great week. Last week we spent some time talking about how you can proceed to make sales and be profitable in months where there is no big sealed product release. I think this week we want to focus on variety. We've kind of hinted on this before, but it's nice maybe if you specialize in one particular market, one particular type of product, but if you don't specialize in the other products, you're going to lose all those sales that you could potentially be making. Yeah, so we all know that Yu-Gi-Oh! Primarily is the #1 game that I focus on here, but you know, there's lots of stuff here that I can work with. So I think this week we're just going to spend some time talking about how we're going to like to focus on other games, what we're going to do, and maybe put some numbers behind it, just to put it in a perspective of, oh, I guess you can make money doing this, or maybe I'd be missing out on money if I didn't do this. Alright, let's get the party started, and I think what better way to do that than by opening a box. So we all know that this week the Shaddoll Structure deck comes out, but we don't care about that. Nah, just Yu-Gi-Oh! Who cares? Let's focus on the Dragon Ball Super Set 9. While I'm not too heavy in the game and don't really understand the pro level of the game, people are telling me that this set is really good. So people are wanting to buy this set. It's important to note that whenever a major set of Dragon Ball Super comes out, it's usually complemented by a starter deck and an expert deck. The starter deck being a little more for beginners, a little less powerful, a little less expensive, and the expert deck being a little better, having a tiny bit of power creep compared to the starter, along with a PAX or something. So putting some numbers behind it, let's say that we got a case of Dragon Ball Super boxes of set 9, 12 boxes. And we were selling them so that by the end of the day we made a profit of $30 on each box. Well, when they're all sold, that's $360. You know, every little bit counts when it comes to this kind of industry. $360 for a setup like this, that's small, is fantastic because the rent is pretty much almost paid for, and that's just from one case of booster boxes. If you're running the regular mill gaming shop, yeah, you need to make these sales. It's not going to have a huge impact. It might cover 20% approximately of your expenses every month, but 20% is still better than 0%. You know, it's better to chip away at your expenses than to not even try. Now, talking about the starter decks and the expert decks. Each display comes with 6 decks, so you get 6 starter decks and you get 6 expert decks. So let's say you just straight up wanted to sell 6 starter decks and 6 expert decks. You're probably making $6 of profit on the starter decks. You're probably making $8 on the expert decks. So that's $36 and $48. That's $84. So you add that to your $360 you made off your case of Dragon Ball Set 9, you're at $444. All this to say, just don't forget to keep in mind that there are other card games out there like Dragon Ball Super. If your community has no interest in it, then obviously you're not going to pursue it because then you're burning your money. But if they are interested, you should really be getting the cards because then it's easy money. People will buy it, people will be happy, and then you'll be happy because you have more money to work with. The second game I want to talk about, specifically to our community, is a game we like to call Chairs. Chairs is a real fun game. Every player starts with a certain amount of chairs. The goal is to build a tower of chairs. The first person to get rid of all their chairs wins that game. But if you knock over the tower, you knock over any chairs that hit the table. Or sorry, if you knock over the tower, any chairs that hit the table become your chairs. So it becomes that much harder to win. This actually came from the Montreal Regionals. We were playing it in our hotel room, and we just fell in love with the game and thought our community would be open to it. Sure enough, the community is loving it so far. So going forward, every Friday we're probably going to have these chair tournaments. It's probably going to be a simple $5 entry with store credit. What's cool is that's $40 straight injected into your business because it goes towards store credit, which is great. It's just like you basically somebody paid $40 for something. That's fine. And who knows, maybe if the chair tournaments take off to an even greater standpoint than they are right now, we can have 2 chair tournaments a week. Maybe 2 on Friday, maybe a Friday chair tournament day, a different day, whatever. But the point is, you won't know unless you try. And I'm glad we tried it because it's taking off and everyone loves it.
Like now?
Yeah. Mario, come on, man, you got this. I've got hands of like a really bad surgeon.
Oh yeah, Gareth is a tower toppler.
I don't know about that one, Chief.
Catching the tower as it falls. Oh my god, what was that shit?
Yeah, there's no way in saying. No.
What is this?
Come on.
You knocked that one off anyway.
I'd rather.
Oh my god, what are you doing?
The same thing.
The hard way. Okay.
Is it working?
Shake it up.
No. Put it back.
Ganon would do that. Oh, fire! Don't step on my chairs.
Hello. So we hopped on the highway and we are headed to Bowmanville, Ontario. That's about an hour away from where I live. So the reason we're traveling an hour away is so we can get some singles for some people. You may recall in the past that I mentioned I would go out of my way to get singles for people if they asked for them. Well, I meant that literally. You know, sometimes I have to drive a little bit to get these cards. The math behind it works kind of like this. I obviously need to buy the cards at a low enough price that I cover gas, cover food expenses, cover my time or labor, as some people would call it, and then leave with some profit at the end of the day. That's the general math behind it. So we've hit the point where I can go and get enough cards to make it way worth my while. So we're gonna go do that. Alright, we'll see you guys in a bit. So we're here getting gas, but I want to take this quick opportunity to show you what we got here. So I got, you know, filled up a deck box with some cards, you know, but we got some goods. Look at those. Wonderful. And a whole lots of other stuff in here too. Not bad, huh? This is why I make those trips.
I'll shuffle before you draw something.
Tonight we were having a box tournament and had great attendance for it. We had 15 players. I'll go ahead and post the decks here. Comment down below and let me know what you think is going to come on top for today.
The wrong one, because I swear I saw your picture on my journey.
Straight for 3,000.
I wish I could afford Alpalooza.
Me too.
I'll get to it.
Yeah, cookie snake.
Top 4 ended up consisting of the one Hero deck, the one Lunalight Orcus deck, and both Altergeist decks. In the end, Ganon won the box tournament with the Altergeist deck. Congrats to him. But this night was far from over. Tonight was our first ever Monopoly tournament. It was truly a fun experience. We had 8 of us. We chipped in $10. The store got its cut, and the rest was just prize pool. That plus pizza made for a great evening. It's nice to see everyone getting along and having a good time. Even though Monopoly is notorious for making you lose friends, flipping tables, and other things like that, there was none of that, and we just had a good time. It was competitive, enticing, and just a fun way to spend 3 hours. With that said, I think this is a good time to end the video. Thank you so much for watching, and you guys have yourself a great week.
Mario.
Summary mid-game. What?
How many railroads do you have?
2.
Don't even try. Mario's
21-11.
So, this is where I'm at. This is where Mario's at. He's not doing too bad.
Pile of cash.
Ryan number 1 here is doing alright.
What?
Holden's got pizza, and I get out of jail free. And purples. Carter's not doing too hot.
I have a question for you.
He's not gonna do it.
What's up?
Would you do a 50 for a railroad?
What? That's
What?
the
No.
silliest thing I've ever heard in my life.
You made me swear on camera not to edit this out.
Like 500.
Ganon's got the blues, that's all that matters.
Yep, that's all that matters to me.
Brandon's doing pretty hot with his magentas.
But everyone can
Blake has this, but Blake owes no rent to anybody in the game except for Carter and Mario.
2 people I have to pay rent on, everybody else free.
and Ryan's got the whites.
And no rent to Mario on his orange.
There we go.